Well, hello! Welcome back to the Magical Mystery School. And for all my subscribers, my lighthearted subscribers, thank you so much. And, and I wanted to mention that one of the reasons I wanted to highlight this book is it's a little, it says Planets and Youth. And, Robert Hand's one of my favorites. I think he's amazing. And, even though this says Planets and Youth, I have found this to be an excellent book on understanding my own aspects in my chart. Um, because understanding sort of where you came from as a kid and stuff like that can really be insightful. So if you're looking for a good aspect book, this is a good one. Another thing I wanted to mention, and of course, is I was watching I was watching one of my videos on YouTube just as a normal person, and it had commercials. So I understand YouTube's getting a lot more aggressive about putting commercials on, and to be quite honest, I'm not even monetized yet. You got to have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not there yet. So I'd like to someday, but anyway, I do apologize. So any kind of commercials or breaks or anything like that, that's not me, it's YouTube. So I do apologize for that. So here we go, astrology lesson 42. And we're going to talk about the signs and what parts of the body it rules. So first off, just in general, it's kind of, Aries is the head and Pisces is the feet, so 1 through 12. And the joke for Pisces is that their feet come in the room before they do. They're supposed to have big flat feet and that kind of thing. But, for Aries, we do think of, that's just a joke. For Aries, it is the head, though, and the hair on the head, and the eyes, the ears, and the jaw. So it really kind of rules this part of the body all around in here, okay? And of course, it's also just general health. Aries is also the warrior kind of energy, so muscles. And also anything that has to do with heat in the body, like or rashes, things that make you itch and get red, that sort of thing. Aries is ruled by Mars. Now, next is Taurus, and Taurus is, more of our, smelling, nose, taste, the soft part of the mouth, down in the throat. So usually your voice. So usually, someone who's a good singer, you're going to find Taurus somehow highlighted in their chart, Venus in Taurus, as well as Sun in Taurus, the thymus gland. And Taurus is also, it's a very sensual sign. So it's going to be just anything with the sense of touch, right? And feeling, physical feeling, that kind of thing. Now then we go down to Gemini. And I think it's important to note with the air signs, remember they're always, there's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. They always have that double kind of idea to their glyph. So that kind of helps me remember, that Gemini rules the shoulders and then both the arms and the limbs in general and hands and that sort of thing. Now, whereas Aries kind of rules the physical brain, the Gemini is more ruling your thinking, okay? Because remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So it's also your nervous system. So you think about your, just all your nerves in your body. And also, it's an air sign, so your lungs and breathing. So just kind of this area in general. Now and I should also have said in the beginning, this is kind of a little mushy, soft. You're going to read some people that'll say, different, slightly different things. This is going to be generally correct, but, it's generally correct. But some authors are going to have slightly, or astrologers have different ideas about this. And like with the ribs, Now that's you've got two sets of ribs there around your body. And some give that to Gemini, but some also give it to Cancer. And I kind of give it to Cancer because, Cancer the crab, and it's got that hard shell to protect that soft interior. And that's kind of what your ribs are doing. It's protecting your heart and lungs. So I do give ribs to Cancer. Now, of course, as we've talked about, Cancer rules just the chest in general, breasts, that sort of thing. But remember, it's a moon sign, cardinal water, so it's going to be ruling the fluids in your body, your lymph system, tears, saliva, all that good stuff. And because it's ruled by the moon, it also rules menstruation cycles and just in general hormones that go along with that. So if you have any difficulties along those lines, look for that, fourth house, Cancer. And of course, I'm certainly no medical astrologer. There's some actual medical astrologers out there, but I'm certainly no doctor or anything either. I'm just giving you some broad ideas to think about. And then we go, next would be Leo. Leo, the lion-hearted, right? So Leo rules the heart. And also I think of the lion as being very courageous. So you got to have a lot of backbone. So it rules the spine and how, how you can stand up for yourself, that type of thing. And it's ruled by the sun, so it also rules the solar plexus. I should be standing up and going here, things like that. So Leo is also ruling the solar plexus, ruled by the sun, and the waistline too, for sure. Now we get down into Virgo, and we're starting to get into that food processing center, the abdomen. And Virgo rules the small intestines, the diaphragm, gallbladder, anything to do with assimilating your food. So any kind of digestive issues can kind of go to Virgo in general. And just remember, too, Virgo rules health. So when you're looking for health ideas for yourself, where what might work well for you, that kind of thing, whether it's more spiritual or more exercise or more supplements or things like that, you can kind of look to where Virgo is in your chart. Maybe get some clues. I guess this is a good way to put it. This is how to look for clues in your body. And also Virgo rules cleanliness. So, just keeping yourself clean and good hygiene and that kind of thing is a Virgo thing also. Now then we get down to Libra, ruled by Venus. Now we're getting down more into the lower back. And again, Libra is an air sign, so we're going to see doubles on things. So it's going to be ruling, you have two kidneys, you have two ovaries, you have two adrenal glands. So anywhere where you're going to be seeing those kind of twos down in there. And anything to do with the urinary system. So like, again, kidneys, bladder, that type of thing. And of course, Libra is the internal sex organs for women, so all those female organs, also uterus and such, are typically ruled by Libra. Okay, then we get down Scorpio. Okay, we're getting a little bit lower down, and that's the colon and anything to do with poop, right? Any kind of, elimination. And that's what Scorpio does emotionally, too. It eliminates all, any kind of waste materials. So it's also rules the pelvis, and those external sexual organs. It's ruled by Mars. So those masculine sexual organs, I let you figure that out yourself. And the other thing that Scorpio rules is your recuperative powers. So if you're looking like if you are going to have a big surgery or something like that, you might want to look for a time when you've got some good placements for Pluto, Scorpio, 8th house type things. Okay. Then we get on down to Sagittarius, and we're looking at our hips and thighs and the sciatic nerve. So you I kind of think of, here I've got Sag back here, they've got those horse punches, so very strong and powerful along those lines. And the other thing too with Sag, even though we think of them as being one of, the sportsmen, very athletic and that kind of thing, in some cases, and you need to look at where that falls in your chart and such, it is ruled by Jupiter. Sometimes there can be an overweight issues, or maybe just weight issues in general. I guess it could be the other direction too, with losing weight. So gaining or losing weight. So could sometimes be too much. And did I say the sciatic nerve that runs down the back of your legs? Those kind of, sometimes people have problems with pinching of the sciatic nerve and such. And that's a Sag thing too. Then when we get down to Capricorn, there we're looking at the knees. And I use that as kind of a memory thing for, it also rules elbows too, so knees and elbows, and just kind of joints in general is a Capricorn thing, and your whole skeleton, so bones and such. Really look at, those kinds of issues, your teeth. The other interesting thing, whereas Aries rules the hair on your head, Capricorn rules the hair on your body. So I always think of these, fellows who are bald, but they're very furry on their bodies. There may be a difference there, the different types of hair on your body. And Capricorn also rules your skin. Okay, biggest organ on your body. You always hear that. Then we get down to Aquarius. And we're down to calves and ankles. And even, I think, more interesting is Aquarius rules the blood in general. So your whole vascular system. So things like blood pressure, varicose veins, all that kind of stuff is kind of an Aquarian issue. And then last but not least, of course, Pisces, again, with their big flat feet. I'm kidding, I'm teasing. You may actually have the most beautiful feet too in the zodiac, actually, when you think about it. So feet and toes, that sort of thing. And remember, it's a water mutable sign. So here we're going to talk about any kind of mucus in the body, which I just got getting over a head cold. I'm very familiar with mucus in the body here. And Pisces is also, remember it's ruled by Neptune, so it's kind of out there, that sort of thing. So kind of more mysterious illnesses that you have a really hard time pinning down, or any kind of mental illnesses, that kind of thing, sort of in the purview of Pisces. So again, super broad strokes here. Take all this with a grain of salt. But this will give you some general feeling and understanding for what signs and planets and houses then, always keep extrapolating out, rule what parts of your body. So, thank you very much, and next time we're going to do color and sound, and remember, from there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Love you guys. See you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.